The 7 heavenly virtues: humility, diligence, charity, chastity, temperance, patience, and kindness. There are 7 NFL players that perfectly exemplify these 7 heavenly virtues. Starting with humility, Patrick Mahomes, the star quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, has quickly become one of the most recognizable and celebrated figures in the NFL. His journey from a promising young athlete to a Super Bowl MVP and league superstar is marked by remarkable achievements, statistical milestones, and a behavior that perfectly exemplifies the heavenly virtue of humility.
It's been amazing. I've been blessed. I've got a great coaching staff. I've got great players around me, and I just kind of went out there and had fun.
In the highly competitive and often ego-driven world of professional sports, Mahomes' humility, despite his extraordinary success, sets him apart as a role model both on and off the field. Patrick Mahomes' ascent in the NFL began in the 2017 NFL Draft.
The Kansas City Chiefs select Patrick Mahomes, the second quarterback.
Coming from Texas Tech University, Mahomes had already showcased his potential with impressive collegiate stats, including a single-game NCAA record of 734 passing yards. However, his transition to the NFL was seamless and spectacular, thanks to his exceptional talent and the guidance of Coach Andy Reid. In his first season as a starter in 2018, Mahomes threw for 5,097 yards and 50 touchdowns, becoming only the second quarterback in NFL history to achieve this feat in a single season. He was named the NFL MVP, a rare honor for such a young player. Despite this immediate success, Mahomes is always attributing his accomplishments to his teammates, coaches, and giving it everything out there.
You have to have the mindset of how you practice, how you study film. And I realize how blessed I am to be on the Kansas City Chiefs with Coach Reid and Travis Kelce and all these great players around me. And when I look back, I just want to look back and say I gave everything I have. And if that's more Super Bowl rings or if that's not anymore, I'll have no regrets.
He has that Kobe Bryant Mamba mentality.
I mean, I think it's all from preparation. I watch a lot of Kobe videos, and if you ever watch anything about Kobe, he always talks about the shots that he practices thousands and thousands of times to take once, to take twice.
The mentality is a really simple one. The confidence comes from preparation. So when the game's on the line, I'm not asking myself to do something that I haven't done thousands of times before.
That's why you see all these amazing arm angles and throws and all different type of stuff, but I prepare for those moments. And luckily enough for me, I've had a lot of great coaches that have let me kind of be outside the box and really be who I am. And so whenever those moments do come up during the game, it's not like it's the first time I've done it. I've prepared for that.
And Mahomes' statistics speak volumes about his prowess on the field. By the end of the 2023 season, he had accumulated over 24,000 passing yards and 192 touchdowns, maintaining a passer rating among the highest in NFL history. His ability to perform under pressure, exemplified by his numerous game-winning drives and playoff performances, including leading the Chiefs to victory in the Super Bowls, solidifies his status as one of the game's greats. However, Mahomes consistently deflects personal glory, focusing instead on the collective effort. After winning his first Super Bowl and getting MVP, he praised his teammates and coaches, emphasizing that football is the ultimate team sport. This attitude underscores his humility, as he acknowledges that his success is intertwined with the contributions of those around him.
As long as we keep the people that we have in this organization, on this team, with the coach that we have, I think that we have a chance to be good year in and year out.
He never makes it about himself.
I've had a good start to my career. I mean, I've been blessed to be in a great organization with a lot of great players around me. I make my job a lot easier.
And he gives credit to key figures for his success in his early career.
I had Alex Smith in front of me, the greatest dude, the greatest teammate, one of the greatest leaders I've ever met. He was someone that he taught me a ton. He taught me a lot, and it showed off this last season where I was able to jump in there, take off wherever he left it off, and had a lot of teammates that made me look really, really well.
Mahomes' humility extends beyond the football field. Off the field, he is known for his philanthropic efforts and his involvement in his community. Through the 15 and the Mahomes Foundation, he supports initiatives that focus on health, wellness, and providing resources for underprivileged children. His willingness to use his platform for the greater good demonstrates a selfless commitment to helping others, a key aspect of humility. Moreover, Mahomes always engages with fans and the media in a respectful and approachable manner. Despite his extraordinary talent and achievements, he remains grounded and focused on the collective effort rather than personal accolades, but also on trying to become the best player he can be.
I think if you play this position, you play this sport, you always want to think about your legacy a little bit and how you're perceived and how you can go out there and play the game. But for me, I've always said I just don't want to have any regrets. And I think That's not about regret about losing the game. It's not a regret about how I'm perceived in the media or whatever that is. I just want to know that I've gave everything I had to the game of football. It's given me so much.
Another player with this kind of work ethic is Aaron Donald, and he perfectly embodies this virtue. The virtue of diligence is described as being persistent and determined on achieving one's goals through hard work and dedication, regardless of your circumstances. As one of the best defensive players in NFL history, he has manifested diligence whether it was in his training, preparation, or performance. Aaron Donald's journey to NFL stardom began in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where he was born and raised. When he was 5 years old, he was running around the neighborhood playing football.
You always said, I want to go to the NFL. You know, when you at school, you got to write what your career is. You pick NFL player, the teacher be like, that's what everybody want to do. Let's be more realistic, you know. But that was my dream. That's what I wanted.
He was shy and quiet, but found football as a vehicle to express himself.
Growing up, quiet kid, didn't speak much. Had an older brother, older sister that, you know, they had to speak for me. And, you know, if I needed to ask my dad something, ask my mom something, I was quiet. And my dad used to always tell me, speak up. If you don't never speak up, ain't nobody gonna never know what's on your mind. So, you know, football was always a way for me to express myself, get out my comfort zone.
From a young age, Donald exhibited a remarkable work ethic. His father, Archie Donald, instilled in him the value of hard work, waking him up at 5 a.m. to train before school.
I lift weights with my dad, you know, to prepare myself.
The truth is that a lot of virtues from these athletes come from the way they were raised.
I always say hard work paid off, and that's how I was raised. First time I really started lifting weights when I was 12. Difference in my body, seeing what it did for my day-to-day life, you know, just kind of, you get addicted to it. Seeing what I do, the body work I put in, and see how it pay off, you know. That's just the way I am.
This early morning regimen fostered a discipline that would become the cornerstone of his career. At the University of Pittsburgh, Donald's diligence was evident, despite being overlooked by major college programs.
A lot of teams, a lot of schools felt like I was undersized for my position. Didn't think I'd be able to translate what I did in high school to college.
He dedicated himself to becoming one of the best, whether it was working out, practicing, or even film study.
Then when it came to the film study, I was up nonstop in the film room. I'd be there an hour early. I would watch film by myself.
He promised to his dad that he were going to become an All-American. His relentless effort paid off as he earned multiple accolades, including the ACC Defensive Player of the Year and the prestigious Bronco Nagurski Trophy, awarded to the best defensive player in college football. His college career set the stage for his professional success, showcasing his unyielding commitment to excellence. In the 2014 NFL Draft, Aaron Donald was selected 13th overall by the St. Louis Rams, now Los Angeles Rams. His transition to the professional level was seamless, and his rookie season saw him earn the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year award, a testament to his preparedness and relentless work ethic. His diligence was reflected in his training regimen and on-field performance. Known for his rigorous workouts and meticulous attention to diet and recovery, he continually refined his skills.
I just feel like it's just a testament to my body work that I did, right? You know, the non-stop in the weight room, the non-stop conditioning my body, the non-stop in the film room, the time and the effort that I put into football was all year round.
Donald was named to the Pro Bowl every year since his rookie season until his recent retirement, for 10 consecutive years. Let that sink in. He has been a first-team All-Pro 8 times, and he has also won the NFL Defensive Player of the Year award 3 times. And of course, how could we not mention his game-winning sack for the Super Bowl 56 win?
The greatest of all time does it in the biggest moment of Super Bowl 56.
2 NFC championships, 3 NFC West championships, went to 2 Super Bowls, won 1, lost 1. I'm complete. I'm full.
He has consistently led or been among the leaders in sacks, tackles for loss, and quarterback hits. Remarkable feats for a defensive tackle. For instance, by the end of the 2023 season, Donald had accumulated over 100 sacks, a rare milestone for someone playing his position. His ability to disrupt offenses was evident in his career-high 20.5 sacks in the 2018 season, which were the most for a player primarily at defensive tackle since 1982, when individual sack counts officially began.
I left everything I had out there every single week, every day, in the meeting room, at practice, or in a game. You know, I went to work, I did what I needed to do. I played fast, played 1,000 miles per hour, and, you know, and everything fell in place I was supposed to fall in place.
Now, diligence is not merely about hard work. It also involves resilience, and the continuous pursuit of improvement despite challenges. Aaron Donald faced double and triple teams regularly, and no wonder. This strategy is typically employed against exceptionally talented and disruptive defensive players like him to prevent them from sacking the quarterback or tackling the running back. The fact that Donald frequently encountered double and triple teams underscores his dominance and the respect he commanded from opposing teams, as they saw him as a significant threat that required multiple blockers. And yet most often they failed against him. He adapted and evolved his techniques to maintain his dominance.
I'm satisfied with what I was able to do in 10 years, and I think it's time for me to, at 32 years old, to retire from football and, jump into the next step of my career in my life.
Aaron Donald's story is a testament to the power of diligence. There is no way he doesn't end up being a Hall of Famer. His journey from a young, hardworking kid in Pittsburgh to an NFL superstar is marked by an unwavering commitment to excellence. Through rigorous training, continuous self-improvement, and resilience against challenges, Donald perfectly embodies the virtue of diligence. Off the field, Donald demonstrates the same commitment. He founded the AD99 Solutions Foundation to provide educational resources and opportunities for underserved youth. So far, roughly 70,000 people from 34 states and 3 countries have benefited from their services. His efforts in philanthropy show that his dedication extends beyond personal success to making a positive impact on others. And that's exactly what Tom Brady has done over the years. Tom Brady is widely regarded as the GOAT. With 7 Super Bowl rings, 5 Super Bowl MVPs, and numerous other accolades, his on-field success is unparalleled. His statistics are a testament to his skill and dedication. Beyond his athletic prowess, Tom Brady is one of the best players to exemplify the heavenly virtue of charity. Charity is described as a willingness to help others improve the world no matter the cost of one's personal self. It's that selfless love and concern for the well-being of others. Let's explore how Brady, both on and off the field, perfectly aligns with the virtue of charity, showcasing his dedication to his team, community, and various charitable endeavors. Drafted the 199th overall in the 2000 NFL Draft by the New England Patriots, Brady's rise to stardom was neither immediate nor expected. Over his career, he has amassed over 80,000 passing yards, thrown more than 600 touchdowns, and maintained a passer rating consistently among the best in the league. But obviously, he didn't have it easy. He faced and overcame numerous obstacles, continuously proving his critics wrong and setting new standards for greatness in professional football.
I was never, as you guys know, like the most athletic kid. I wasn't that way in high school, I wasn't that way in college, I wasn't that way in the pros, but I did have a determination.
Just like Ray Dalio says,
having big dreams, plus embracing reality, plus having lots of determination will bring you a successful life.
I didn't have the arm that could throw the ball 80 yards. I didn't have the 4.3 speed that Michael Vick had. I didn't have the size that a lot of guys had, but I did have something inside of me that no one could see from the outside, this level of discipline that I could accomplish something that was really important and really special, but not let it get to my head and not to think that I've arrived or to think that I'm something different or better than anyone else. I just thought, man, we put our mind to it. We accomplished something incredible as a team. Let's go do that again. Wasn't that unbelievable? And the good part in football is the next year you start right back at the bottom.
His story is one of perseverance, hard work, and a relentless drive to improve. His leadership on the field is evident. Just remember the legendary 28-3 comeback in the Super Bowl 51 against the Atlanta Falcons, culminating in an overtime victory. However, what truly sets Brady apart is his unwavering support for his teammates, his dedication to the success of those around him, and his ability to inspire and elevate their performance exemplify the essence of charity in a competitive sports environment.
I feel like I've been so blessed. I'm so grateful for all the people that have been in my life because I couldn't have done it without all of them. All those experiences that we think are the hardest things in our life end up being the best experiences in our life, because if you approach it with humility and you look inward, they become the best opportunities for growth and learning.
I will always remember this moment after the epic win in Super Bowl 55.
Thanks for having me. Come on, man. Thanks for having us.
Brady also sacrificed tens of millions of dollars of pay cuts to ensure that his teams could sign or retain other key players. This selfless act demonstrates his commitment to the collective success of the team over personal financial gain. It's that willingness to prioritize team success,
team accomplishment,
far exceeds anyone's individual goals.
The commitment to the collective good. Also like Mahomes, known for his humility and team-first mentality, Brady consistently deflected praise onto his teammates and coaches.
When you guys succeed, is it all about that person? Is it about the team's success? I always felt like the quarterback's job is when it doesn't go well, you take the blame. When it goes well, you give the credit. That's what great leaders do.
The truth is that through his work ethic, discipline, statistics, and dedication to the sport and these talks, Tom Brady has inspired both teammates and people around the world to pursue greatness in any domain of life.
It's an honor for me to be here. I'm happy that I could share a few things with you guys that can inspire you guys to dig a little bit deeper, to learn a few things that you could take back with you in your everyday life to try to maximize your potential and take advantage of the opportunities that you get. We're not victims of this life. You know, we wake up every day with choices to make. You get a choice every day. Like I said earlier, I think whether or not you're going to look back on your life as a success is going to be determined by what your values and priorities are and how often you're willing to wake up every day and make the choices that are going to fulfill you and bring you the joy that you're looking for.
He is well aware of being in a position to inspire others and the impact he can have. His speeches surely motivated me a lot in the past, of striving for excellence and not settling for mediocrity, pushing oneself to achieve the highest possible level of success, whatever that may be in your case. Tom Brady's charitable endeavors go beyond. He has been involved in numerous philanthropic activities, demonstrating a genuine concern for the well-being of others. The TB12 Foundation mission is to empower athletes everywhere to do what he's done in his own storied career. Keep going despite the odds. It has empowered more than 10,000 individuals to achieve their own peak performance through health and wellness initiatives and sponsorships. Another good example of his charitable work is his involvement for more than 20 years with the Best Buddies International, a nonprofit organization dedicated to enhancing the lives of individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. He has helped raise $46.5 million for the nonprofit and has significantly boosted the organization's visibility and fundraising efforts. His story demonstrates that true greatness is not only measured by in-game achievements, but also by the positive impact one has on the lives of others. People look up to Brady not only for his success on the field, but also for his character and integrity off it. His commitment to his teammates, his extensive charitable work, and his role as a mentor and role model. We can say that Brady exemplifies the essence of charity in both his professional and personal life, just like Chad Ochocinco is for the virtue of temperance. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could Ochocinco exemplify the virtue of temperance after his flamboyant personality, his outspoken nature, extravagant celebrations, or his attention-seeking moves like his reality TV show or his name change? Well, although those are true, he also showed counterpoints that prove he can be a good choice for temperance. Let's explore how. Now, temperance is actually the first of the 13 virtues that Benjamin Franklin checked on himself every day when doing self-examination, and he defined it as eat not to dullness, drink not to elevation. Though that definition still applies, we could describe temperance as the control over excess or moderation. It involves controlling one's appetites, desires, and emotions to maintain balance and harmony in life. For an athlete, especially in the highly competitive and demanding world of the NFL, temperance is crucial. It allows them to manage their physical and mental demands, avoid excesses, and being able to perform at the highest of their ability. Despite his larger-than-life persona, Ochocinco's career was marked by a strict adherence to physical discipline and training. His body was his primary tool, and he treated it with the utmost respect, often engaging in unconventional but highly effective training methods. For example, Ochocinco's regimen included boxing, which not only kept him in top physical condition, but also helped him maintain his agility and hand-eye coordination. And a few years ago, he fought in an exhibition fight against a real boxer, Brian Maxwell. He actually did pretty well overall and landed a nice right hook, which almost got him. Now, his celebrations and media antics, while flamboyant, were always secondary to his performance on the field. He understood that his primary role were catching passes, running, and scoring touchdowns. He never let his off-field activities or celebrations compromise his on-field performance. He called himself the greatest entertainer in NFL history. And no wonder, a lot of his celebrations are absolutely legendary. Every Sunday, people would tune in just to see what he would do if he scores this week. There is this famous quote of his that made homage to also Benjamin Franklin that said,
"There's three things in life that's certain: death,
taxes, and 85 gonna always be open.
The 6-time Pro Bowler and 2-time first-team All-Pro retired with 766 catches, 11,059 yards, and 67 touchdowns. He was one of the best wide receivers out there. His quickness and footwork were next level. Ocho Cinco's athletic prowess was not just a product of natural talent, but also a result of his disciplined approach to training. His precise route running, ability to make sharp cuts, and uncanny knack for finding open spaces on the field were testaments to his dedication to mastering his craft. Ocho Cinco's discipline extended beyond his physical preparation. He studied defenses meticulously and remained calm under pressure, showcasing his mental strength and self-control. Chad Ocho Cinco also exemplified temperance in his financial decisions by demonstrating remarkable self-restraint and frugality. Despite earning millions during his NFL career, he lived frugally, famously staying at the stadium for the first 2 years of his career to save money.
You gotta remember, I stayed at the stadium the first 2 years.
Right.
I didn't want to spend no money.
Right.
What's the point? Why are you telling me go rent a house, go buy a house, go rent a condo, when everything I need is right here in the facility at Paul Brown?
Right.
Showers, cafeteria, TV, couch, gaming system. What's the point?
He also avoided lavish spending on luxury items, often opting for fake jewelry and inexpensive clothing.
And I've been this way the past 20, 25 years. I don't need validation from nobody on the outside. Everybody's caught up in image and looking a certain way and being rich. It's me. It's pointless. But the more you make, the more you spend.
Right.
If you have no discipline and no structure.
Yes, absolutely.
Every time.
Yes.
Every time. Well, just give me more and more. No, the more you get, the more you're gonna spend. And people ain't gonna listen because we are caught up in looking a certain way, living a certain way, trying to appease others who don't really care nothing about you, just to say, oh, I got it.
He was then able to save and invest wisely.
So life is good because I was able to sustain and keep most of my wealth that I made when I was playing, and life is still going good. So I allow the kids to enjoy, but I need them to understand, long as you don't try to live a lifestyle that you know you can't afford.
Despite his multi-million-dollar contracts, Ocho Cinco lived modestly and still to this day. He prioritized long-term stability over short-term gratification. That reflects his commitment to moderation and self-control in all aspects of his life. The same we can say about Andrew Luck with the heavenly virtue of patience. We could define patience as the ability to wait or to continue doing something despite difficulties, or to suffer without complaining or becoming annoyed. In the realm of professional sports, few athletes exemplify the virtue of patience as profoundly as Andrew Luck. From his early years to his unexpected retirement, Andrew Luck's story is one of enduring challenges, setbacks, and physical toll with remarkable attitude and perseverance. Andrew Luck's path to NFL stardom began long before he wore a professional jersey. He was born to former NFL quarterback Oliver Luck. Andrew was immersed in football from an early age. His talent was evident during his high school years, and he quickly became one of the most sought-after recruits in the nation. Despite the pressure to perform and the expectations placed upon him, he focused on his development and education. Andrew's patience was evident from the start of his college career. Despite being a highly touted recruit, he was redshirted his freshman year at Stanford, so he couldn't play in any games during that year, although he was part of the team and practiced. This gave him time to adapt to college-level football, learn the playbook, and physically develop without the pressure of game performance. For someone described as a golden child, this could have been frustrating. However, Andrew used this time constructively, working harder in practice and during the offseason. His patience paid off when he was named the starter the following year, an unusual move for Stanford at the time. A few years later, and he was selected as the first overall pick by the Indianapolis Colts in the 2012 NFL Draft. Andrew Luck's entry into the NFL was met with immense expectations. He joined a Colts team that had experienced 7 consecutive losing seasons, and replacing the legendary Peyton Manning was no small task, but his patience and preparation paid off. Rather than becoming discouraged, Andrew patiently worked to turn the program around. In his rookie season, he led the Colts to an 11-5 record and a playoff appearance, setting numerous rookie records along the way. His performance was a testament to his ability to remain composed under pressure, a key aspect of patience. However, Andrew Luck's patience was perhaps most evident in his handling of physical adversity. In his first 3 seasons, he was sacked an astounding 115 times.
Andrew Luck, in his first 3 seasons in this league, took an unholy amount of punishment. I've never seen anything quite like the punishment he took. And he got hurt, and he pretty much stayed hurt.
And the funny thing is that even when he's getting hit, he never got angry at opponents or teammates. In fact, he's known to congratulate his opponents when they do hit him.
Oh, nice hit, man. Good job, big boy. Little home. Ah, big strong man, nice.
Despite this punishment, Andrew continued to perform at a high level, leading his team to 3 straight 11-5 seasons and playoff appearances.
Never seen a quarterback take so much punishment and still finish the game. And not only finish, he won the game. But it came at a heavy price.
The 2015 season marked a turning point as he faced his first major injury. He missed games due to a shoulder injury, then suffered a lacerated kidney and partially torn abdominal muscle. Lesser players might have become bitter or demanded trades, but Andrew patiently worked through his recovery. Even when faced with a shoulder injury that sidelined him for the entire 2017 season, his patience did not waver. He worked tirelessly on his rehabilitation, even traveling to Europe for treatment. His patience and perseverance were rewarded with a stellar comeback season in 2018, where he led the Colts back to the playoffs and won Comeback Player of the Year. He was known for his ability to remain calm in the pocket and make intelligent decisions under pressure. He embodied the patience required to lead successful game-winning drives. His statistical achievements, including 4 Pro Bowl selections and numerous franchise records, were a result of his steady and methodical approach to the game. Ultimately, his decision to retire at age 29 can be seen as a final act of patience with himself and his own limitations. He recognized that the cycle of injury, pain, rehab had taken a toll on his love for the game and wanted to prioritize his long-term well-being. Throughout his career, Andrew Luck faced enormous expectations, physical hardships, and the pressure of being a franchise quarterback. Yet he consistently met these challenges with grace, performance, and patience. His story serves as a powerful reminder that patience is not merely about waiting, but about how one conducts oneself while waiting. The attitude. He went from a man who once had all the talent a man could ask for to someone out of the NFL, having his entire NFL career burned to the ground by a devastating amount of injuries and the Indianapolis Colts organization. Andrew Luck's retirement was sudden, but maybe it should have been expected given the many horrible situations he was involved in. However, thanks to his patience, Andrew was able to excel on the field, endure off it, and ultimately make the difficult decision to walk away on his own terms. Now, Russell Wilson, the renowned quarterback, is often celebrated not just for his remarkable achievements on the football field, but also for his exemplary character and personal conduct. One of the heavenly virtues that Wilson embodies is chastity. Chastity is described as the state or practice of refraining from extramarital or from all sexual intercourse. However, it encompasses more than just sexual purity. It characterizes moral integrity, self-control, and a dedication to higher principles, all of which are manifested in Wilson's life and career. Born on November 29, 1988 in Cincinnati, Ohio, Russell Wilson was raised in a household that valued faith, discipline, and education. His father, Harrison Wilson III, was a lawyer and former athlete who instilled in Russell the importance of hard work and integrity. In high school, he was really great at baseball and football, so he had to make a big decision.
I was in high school, I was supposed to be a first-round draft pick. I got offered $1 million by multiple teams. I turned it down. I wanted to go to college to play football and baseball. I wanted to play 2 sports.
So you're in high school, you got offered $1 million to go play baseball, and you said, I want to go to college.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lot of people out there going, why?
Sometimes I wonder what would happen. The reason why is because I wanted to get my education. I trusted, at that point in my life, I was very strong in my faith. I was really, really strong at my senior year in high school, and I just trusted that whatever God had for me, it was going to happen. If it was meant for me then, it was going to be meant for me later. I trusted it. I wanted to get my education.
Imagine that. He turned down $1 million because he wanted to get his education and play both baseball and football. His decisions were based on the values he was raised in his early life.
God's with me. No matter how high, how low it gets, no matter what the journey is, it's like, I just trust God, man. I'm gonna put the work in every day and trust God.
Chastity, in a broader sense, is about maintaining purity in actions and thoughts, exercising self-control, and dedicating oneself to higher moral and spiritual goals. From a young age, Wilson exhibited these traits, prioritizing his faith and family values over the temptations that often accompany fame and athletic success. We could perhaps compare Russell Wilson to Johnny Manziel, who in my latest video, The 7 Deadly Sins as NFL Players, exemplified the sin of sloth and wasted his potential gratifying his short-term impulses, always partying, drinking, and hookups. We could see his commitment to his faith in his highest and lowest moment of his life.
June 8th, 2010, Russell Wilson, 4th round pick for the Colorado Rockies baseball. I'm fired up. One of the highest moments of my life. Every kid's dream to be drafted by a Major League Baseball team. June 8th, 2010. June 9th, 2010. The line goes flat. My dad passes away. The highest of the high, to the lowest of the low. Just like that. My dad laying in his deathbed and just tears running down my face. And what do I do next?
The truth is that he is human after all.
When people look at me, they see that I'm the highest paid player in the NFL. They see that I have the girl in Sierra, that I have the family and this and that. But I still have real life situations. We all do. We all have sadness and loss and depression and worries and fear.
But thanks to his faith and the belief that great things were going to happen in his life and having the right mindset, he was able to overcome any obstacle he was facing. He frequently speaks about the importance of his relationship with God and how it guides his actions both on and off the field. Wilson has mentioned that he often prays with his teammates before games and that he studies the Bible regularly. His faith is the foundation of his life and that he tries to live according to Christian principles. His spiritual commitment with God is what led him to exemplify the heavenly virtue of chastity.
Well, Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson confirmed Sunday that he is indeed dating singer Sierra. Speaking at Rock Church in San Diego Sunday, he made it clear they're abstaining from sex. Wilson says God spoke to him about Sierra, saying, "I need you to lead her." And he asked her, "What would you do if we just took all the extra stuff off the table and just did it Jesus' way?" He said she completely agreed. He also said, if you can love somebody without that, then you can really love somebody. And he asked the congregation, "I need you to pray for us."
The moment Russell saw her, he knew she was the one.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend.
Sierra.
Yeah, Sierra. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's everything you could ever want, honestly. So yeah, she's a special girl.
Before their marriage, Wilson and Sierra publicly committed to abstaining from sex until they were wed, a decision rooted in their shared Christian beliefs. They knew that it wasn't going to be easy to abstain from sex, but through a lot of work and a lot of prayers, they were able to do it Jesus' way. This commitment showcased their mutual respect and self-control in a society that often trivializes such values, and that's more interested in short-term hookups instead of forming a long-term, meaningful relationship with your partner.
I knew that God had brought me into her life to bless her and for her to bless me and to bless so many people with the impact that she has, that I have. We're not going to be perfect by any means. Life's not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but he's anointed both of us. I know that he's calling for us to do something miraculous, something special. And I said to her, and she completely agreed, is the fact that could we love each other without that? If you can really love somebody without that, then you can really love somebody.
Honestly, it's a spiritual thing for us. Our love for God, our love for one another, and just wanting to really know each other and grow with each other and let it be about that at the base of it all. So I think if you really truly have a friendship, you can kind of conquer everything in your relationship. Yeah. So that's our goal, and we both have that same ideology about it.
And a year and a half later, they got married, and they now have 3 children and have a happy family together.
Just to be able to have the woman they've always wanted and the person that has the biggest heart in the world, and like I said, she's an amazing mom, amazing person.
His religious faith has obviously helped him a lot in his football career. He began his college football journey at North Carolina State in 2008. Russell's athletic endeavors soon drew attention from the Colorado Rockies baseball team before ultimately committing to the Wisconsin Badgers football program in 2011. This pivotal decision led to his selection by the Seattle Seahawks in the 2012 NFL draft, marking the start of an illustrious professional career. He quickly established himself as one of the league's top quarterbacks, known for his leadership, mobility, and clutch performances. There were those who thought he was too short, that he did not have the arm, that he couldn't pass from the pocket, but he's not allowed the views of critics to define him. And in a historic moment in February of 2014, Russell's leadership propelled the Seahawks to victory in Super Bowl 48 against the Denver Broncos, making the franchise's first ever Super Bowl title. His career stats are impressive, with over 35,000 passing yards, a passer rating consistently above 100, and numerous Pro Bowl selections. Even a few years ago, he recorded his highest single-season touchdown passes with 40. Beyond the field, Russell is revered as a man of unwavering and great faith, a devoted father, a loving husband, and the epitome of resilience. Wilson's ability to remain focused, avoid scandals, and lead by example embodies a broader understanding of the virtue of chastity. There is a reason why Patrick Mahomes always talks so highly about this man. Remember in the beginning of this video?
Alex Smith in front of me, the greatest dude, the greatest teammate, one of the greatest leaders I've ever met. He was someone that he taught me a ton. He taught me a lot, and it showed off this last season where I was able to jump in there, take off wherever he left it off, and had a lot of teammates that made me look really, really well.
Throughout his career, Smith has not only demonstrated exceptional skill and resilience, but has also embodied a spirit of compassion and generosity, making him a perfect exemplar of the heavenly virtue of kindness. We can define kindness as the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. First, we got to talk about leadership style, which was characterized by patience, guidance, and a willingness to share his experiences to help others grow. He has often been praised by coaches and teammates for his ability to lead by example and create a supportive environment in the locker room. Throughout his career, Smith has been a mentor to many young players, and most notably to Patrick Mahomes.
I learned a ton from Alex Smith. I mean, I attribute a lot of my success, especially so early in my career, to him. I mean, the way he was able to go about it, being a professional, going out there and having a great year that he had my first year, and just seeing how he went about every single day and how to game plan and how to recognize coverages. And he didn't hold anything back from me. I mean, he taught me that's the type of person he was and that he is, and I attribute a lot of my success to him.
Smith was known for his supportive and encouraging nature towards teammates and even opponents. When Patrick Mahomes was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs, instead of feeling threatened by the young quarterback, Smith welcomed him, shared his knowledge, and helped Mahomes transition into the NFL, which speaks volumes about his character.
Obviously, I knew when they drafted him, you know, the time was running. And at that point anyway, I was in my 13th year. Like, you're not guaranteed anything.
And he helped Patrick Mahomes become the great player he is today.
For me, having that guy like Alex in front of me, who was a great guy, who did all the right things and was a true professional, helped me learn how to kind of prep and have a lot of success in the NFL. He showed me what it took to have success, what it took to make sure you were ready for every situation in the game. And it was someone that, I really, really praise him. And I give him a lot of credit that he kind of took me in and showed me the ropes.
Off the field, Smith has used his platform to advocate for various causes, including mental health awareness and support for veterans. He also founded the Alex Smith Foundation, which focuses on supporting foster youth. The foundation provides scholarships and financial assistance to help foster youth achieve higher education and helping them transition to adulthood. Smith has donated millions of dollars to his foundation and personally committed time to mentoring and supporting the beneficiaries. Smith's comeback story after his horrific leg injury has been well documented. After 17 surgeries, after almost losing his leg and losing his life, he was able to do the impossible possible, regain his life back, and also perform again at the highest level, winning Comeback Player of the Year. During his rehabilitation, he remained positive and supportive of his teammates. Despite facing a life-threatening injury, he showed immense determination and always expressed gratitude towards his medical team, family, and fans. And his comeback story inspired many people, including myself. These moments highlight Alex Smith's character as a kind, generous, and considerate individual, both on and off the football field. Alex Smith's legacy in the NFL will undoubtedly be remembered for his impressive statistics and remarkable comeback. However, his true legacy lies in the kindness he has consistently shown throughout his career. In a world often focused on individual achievement and accolades, Alex Smith's story serves as a reminder that being virtuous can elevate one's impact far beyond the records of personal success. And that's the end of the heavenly virtues as NFL players. This one really took an insane amount of effort and time to pull off, but I'm really happy how it turned out. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on for more banger documentaries